Well, the World Series is finally upon us, of politics anyway. The first presidential debate of 2016 takes place tomorrow night.
I've been at this, and, I understand it's a contact sport.
Hillary has a harder job to sort of get past all this noise that Trump can create.
When I look at Hillary, she's had her time, and she's proven herself to be not worthy, in my opinion.
People either love her or they hate her, right? Yeah. And most people feel like she's a bureaucrat.
If she treats me with respect, I will treat her with respect.
His typical responses seem like he's shooting off the hip, but recently he has been changing his approach a little bit.
He needs a little bit of content, and she's going to need to be able to project her capabilities.
I think substance-wise, Hillary is going to win, but I'm sure that Donald Trump will provide a lot of entertainment value.
Those are 2 words, entertainment value. Speaking of entertainment value, an intellectual conversation. Our political analyst this morning, Democrat Marianne Marsh and Republican Rob Gray. Great as always.
But they're also very entertaining as
well. And they're also very entertaining.
So what do the candidates have to prove tomorrow night? Marianne, let's start with you. What is Donald Trump's biggest hurdle?
His biggest hurdle is, do voters see him as the next president of the United States? And that means 2 things. One, his temperament. During this debate, does he go after Hillary Clinton in a personal way, in a negative way, in a nasty way that blows back on him and benefits her? Number 2, does he have the policy chops? Believe me, trust me, big league isn't going to cut it in this debate when you start talking about national security, how to get people better jobs with better paychecks and all that. He needs some details.
And his people are bragging about the fact that he's doing very little prep for this debate.
Oh, yeah. That may not end well. Right.
Okay, Rob, what does Hillary Clinton have to do? What does she have to prove tomorrow night?
Well, listen, I think she needs to be authentic, not scripted. I think sometimes in these forums and in her public appearances, she comes off kind of like a grandmother at a Taylor Swift concert. She's pretending she's comfortable, she's pretending she knows the words, but it's just very awkward. I think she knows policy, but will she be bold? Will she not be careful? Will she seem natural and friendly to voters? I'm not so sure.
Does she have almost the opposite problem of Donald Trump, being over-prepared, being over-scripted before she walks into this debate? She's spending a lot of time off the campaign trail in order to get to tomorrow night.
Well, sure, and she also is sort of over-prepared in the terms that she's been in a lot of conventional debates, and Donald Trump is asymmetrical and unconventional, and it may throw her off.
I agree with Rob. It's how she responds to the things you can't anticipate in this debate, and does she connect with people in a friendly, personal way as well?
Or does she hold herself back like she usually does when she's not sure what she should be saying?
Right, but I'm good with the over-preparation. She always does.
I enjoyed you talking about Donald Trump and you talking about Hillary Clinton. That was interesting. We're going to move on to Senator Elizabeth Warren now. She was a star of a Senate hearing this week, attacking the CEO of Wells Fargo. Take a look.
You should resign. You should give back the money that you took while this scam was going on, and you should be criminally investigated. It's a very simple
Resign?
question.
Criminally investigated? Marianne, what does this tell you? Is Warren more likely to stay in the Senate, or if Clinton does win, does she take a new job in the administration?
This is why we love Elizabeth Warren, and she's in the U.S. Senate. I think she's accumulating even more leverage, not only by hearings like this, but if the Democrats win the Senate back, it may be because of Elizabeth Warren, who is out there campaigning for all of them relentlessly, pouring money in there. Her campaign manager's running one of the IEs outside on it. So there's that. She's going to have a lot of options, either with the Clinton administration if Hillary Clinton wins, as a senator. She's got all kinds of leverage.
But if the Democrats take back the Senate, you're thinking that more likely she'd stay there?
I'm still not convinced of that. I still think she may not run, but she's going to have a lot of leverage for the next 2 years, no matter what.
I think that her Senate seat is a lot more powerful for her than a seat at the cabinet table, and I think she stays where she is, especially if it's a Clinton administration, because she's going to be potentially the Democratic alternative voice.
Unless she's Treasury Secretary.
The other member of the Massachusetts congressional delegation that made some news this past week, Congressman Steve Lynch, he got to grill the CEO of Mylan, the maker of EpiPens, this week before a D.C. committee. With the price boost of more than 500% since 2007, Lynch came to the same conclusion as a lot of Americans. Let's take a listen.
It's disgraceful what's going on here, but I think, in a way, like I say, you've done us a little bit of a favor here by just showing you what's wrong with this system, what's wrong with our healthcare system. I think it's disgusting.
Still, the CEO says the price will not be going down. Is Congress going to find the courage to do anything about this, Marianne?
I think they're going to have to because of the Manchin family. That woman, the CEO of Mylar, is the daughter of Senator Manchin from West Virginia. Her mother is the head of one of the most powerful education outside groups in America who legislated that public schools had to have EpiPens. I think the Manchin family's in a lot of trouble.
Rob, I'm going to put you on the spot here because I know your company represents the Mylan. So what's your reaction to Lynch? Will Congress do something, or will Mylan do something here?
Well, listen, I don't speak for the company, but I do think cost of healthcare, a big political issue. It involves not just pharmaceutical companies, but also hospitals, insurers, medical device companies. So I think that's where it goes in a broader sense.
Time to insert commercial here. We'll be right back.